Doing sports talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now let's move to the cruiserweight slash heavyweights. We're gonna talk Oleksandr Usyk and versus Tony Bellew. What's gonna be coming up on November the 10th. Big fight in the cruiserweight division, right? And when we say cruiserweights, we gotta mention that weight class because it's the only one where we got an undisputed cruiserweight champion, baby, right? Proved it in that cruiserweight tournament where everybody was in it. The who's who of the cruiserweights, right? Came through that tournament unscathed. Won the final against Gassiev. Made him look super pedestrian. Hardest fight in the tournament probably was the fight against Morris Bridas in the semifinals because when he beat Marco Huck, he did that easy too. And Huck is a cruiserweight legend. So we got somebody undefeated from the Ukraine. You know what time it is. Ukraine brings the pain. It's Oleksandr Usyk. So they had the press conference, him and Bellew. And I told you guys, this guy has a colorful personality. So it's going to be a pretty good lead up with those two talking before their fight. And it's significant because Tony Bellew is riding the high, beating David Haye twice now. So, you know, it ain't nobody. He's going back down to the cruiserweight division to handle this business. And from Tony Bellew's perspective, it's a win-win. If he loses to this guy, doesn't get knocked out, and gets outpointed, that's what people expect. If he wins, he's done something, again, which people didn't expect him to do. We're talking that first David Haye fight. They did not expect him to do that, right? And I'm told, I told you, he done that. Okay, he had to hear the ruptured Achilles thing and come back to do it again, sending David Haye into retirement. So Tony Bellew is riding the high right now, period. And he thinks he's going to overcome this Oleksandr Usyk. So, props to him. It's a perfect fight for Tony Bellew, to be honest. And he said this is his last one, though. Because he said if he don't, he can mess around and get divorced. So, he's going to put it all into this Oleksandr Usyk fight. Oleksandr Usyk, his point of view is, right, I'm fighting Tony Bellew to get to Anthony Joshua. It's the quickest way. Let me come in there, beat this cruiserweight in England, so people can see it, and they can experience what I'm doing. And then, I signed to Matchroom, which I'm right there to fight Anthony Joshua. So, this is what's going on lately. He was there ringside at Anthony Joshua's win versus Povetkin, so he knows what he's up against, right? And this is a guy who's not pretty much going to knock you out, even though he has 11 knockouts for, I think, 13, 14 fights, right? But he's a technical fighter and a very, 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 very good one. Undisputed speaks for itself now, doesn't it? If it was easy to do, would have more undisputed champions. The only other one that was undisputed that's fighting right now is Terrence Crawford, and he's number one pound for pound. And if you see a list where he's not, then stop looking at that list. Terrence Crawford should be number one pound for pound. Any list saying different has a reason. They might have Lomachenko up in front of him, but Lomachenko has a third of the fights and a loss already to somebody with 13 losses with Orlando Salido. We won't put him in front of Terrence Crawford. We won't. We're not projecting here, right? From what people have done already, Terrence Crawford is number one pound for pound. It's not a discussion, right? But anyway, Oleksandr Usyk, speaking of pound for pound, is about in the top 5 right now because he's undisputed. So he's thinking beat Tony Bellew, and I'm in Matchroom and fight your boy Anthony Joshua. Now this is another guy who really is not a knockout guy who thinks he's going to be able to do what's necessary to beat Joshua in his backyard because it ain't happening nowhere else. There's no reason to believe that Anthony Joshua's fighting anywhere else. He hasn't yet, so that's not happening. So Oleksandr Usyk knows that he's going to come to Anthony Joshua's backyard and Bellew's and outpoint these guys, right? So does Hughie Fury, right? And a whole lot of people feeling froggy right now, right? But I'm just saying Hughie Fury is similar only because Hughie Fury is not someone who knocks you out either. So this is interesting. He's telling you like it is. He's saying, I'm fighting Bellew because it's the quickest way to Joshua. This is the kind of thing this guy is now. This guy is supreme confident, and he has no reason not to be. Just check out what he's done up until now, his resume, and how he's handled these fights, what he's saying up until the fights. This guy is the goods. You're going to have to beat him, and you're going to have to be quick to do it because it's not like you're going to be hitting him easy. If it was that way, he wouldn't be undisputed cruiserweight champion. Let's make sure that's clear. Now, and we probably say, well, these guys are big. These are the new big heavyweight champions. They are, but I've seen Evander Holyfield come up and fight Riddick Bowe real good, who's one of the big, we would call him a giant right now because he was 6'5" and a whole lot of pounds. So he fought some big people. David Haye fought the biggest dude, Nikolai Valuev. He came up in weight. Nikolai Valuev was 7 foot, about 300 pounds. Wasn't the most technical fighter in the world, but 7 foot, 300 pounds. Well, do I have to keep saying that? 7 foot, 300 pounds. And he was a titleist. Can't ask more from a cruiserweight to do. You see what I'm saying? So Oleksandr Usyk thinks he's going to be able to do this. He wants Bellew first, then he's going after Joshua. That's news, but I knew it. Dome Sports Tub, worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.